Before we begin the performance featuring Madan Gopal Singh and Charyar, we have some new guests in the audience. I just want to speak very quickly about why we're gathered today and what the inspiration for today's event was. As you know, we're here celebrating 250 years since Warashah's writing of Heer Ranjha. And technically, the 250th anniversary was last year. So we're a little late. But that's okay. I don't think Warashah will mind. And how the idea for today's event actually came up was actually through my own connection with Heer. And we've heard a lot of amazing insights and wisdom and knowledge about Heer Ranjha, about this tradition of Punjabi literature. And I feel like my connection with Heer is perhaps a little bit more mundane and maybe a little bit more familial, but also for that reason, maybe a little bit more common. I wanted to celebrate Heer because Heer is like a character in my life. Heer is like this distant aunt that you hear about, that you've heard about your whole life, that has been included in so many songs. The metaphor has been repeated by so many different people. The idioms of the relationship between Heer, Ranjha, and what a jogi is, we grow up talking about this. We grow up understanding the meaning of all of these metaphors. And the fact that they're all rooted in Heer Ranjha and the story of Heer, I just came to think over time that it isn't just a literary piece, this isn't just a poem, or this isn't just an author. In fact, Heer is a living character in my life, and I think the lives of many people. And this character continues to be living as artists, musicians, composers of all sorts continue to interpret their own expression of their identities, their own expressions of Punjabi literature going forward. So we thought, wouldn't it be amazing to actually come together with the inspiration of Heer and just do something to celebrate these people, these imagined people that have actually existed in our lives and in our culture for so long. So it was with that inspiration that we set forward to actually do something. And this was sort of a closely held dream for about the last year and a half. And I'd love to say that somebody at the reception said, oh, I know this has been in the works for a year and a half. I'd like to say it's been in the works for a year and a half, but really we just talked about it for the first year. And it always takes somebody to kind of get these things started. So I spent most of 2016 just complaining the fact that we hadn't done anything yet. And then we finally sort of put together a bit of a vision around what this event would be and how we would bring it together. And this sort of vision, we pitched out to some potential partners. And that's really what got the ball rolling on this project, because we said, do we think that we'd be able to get together 4 or 5 partners from the community who would come together to make this happen? And one of our first messages went out to the Hari Sharma Foundation and Chin Banerjee. And no sooner had we sent the email, but we got a reply back from Chin that said, I think this is a great idea, we should do this, here's some funding to get you started, and let us know what else we can do to help you. And thank you so much to the Hari Sharma Foundation and Chin Banerjee for helping us get this started. And it's so important for somebody to take the first step, because that little bit of encouragement gives you the strength you need to go and then start bothering other people. So we went to Barj Taha at the Taha Prize for Punjabi Literature, and we said, hey Barj, Hari Sharma and Chin Banerjee put up some money for this, so what do you think? And so he came on as well, as did Indian Summer Festival at that point, and then the Vancouver International Bhangra Celebration. So it's like you implicate the one right person, and then everybody else, it's very difficult to say no suddenly. And in that spirit, we also brought in some other partners. Many people helped with today's event. We approached Tasty Bistro to sponsor our reception for today. And same thing there, we said, we don't want you to come in as an event sponsor or something. We want you to come in to actually create a sort of environment and a feeling of us, welcoming in a family of people that are here to recognize these characters. Aside from that, we also got some great support from some media sponsors. Thank you so much to Parul Bakshi for helping us put all this together. Surrey 604, Link Newspaper, Desi Buzz BC, Drishti Magazine, Aaj Magazine, Times of Canada, Channel Punjabi, Entertainment Magazine, and Dreams Radio. So thank you to all of our media sponsors. what you see projected on the screen here is actually, it's an excerpt. This is a work done by Arijit Sen, and it's an excerpt from a far larger display he has up at the Khalsa Heritage Museum in Anandpur Sahib. The entire art, the entire piece of work has been done in a miniature style, and as sort of a mix of that and the style of a contemporary graphic novel. But the original piece is actually 7 stories high and 200 feet wide, done in this miniature style. So obviously it's very difficult to mount the whole thing, but Arijit Sen had brought an excerpt of this piece called From Punjab with Love, and that is the piece you're seeing here. And it was Sarish from Indian Summer Festival that had first brought that piece to Vancouver, along with Arijit Sen, to talk about this work as a part of their festival. And we thought, what better backdrop for today's performance than to actually display From Punjab with Love. So shortly, I'm going to be welcoming back our performers for the evening. And for those of you that are just joining us, I'm going to introduce Madan ji again. So Madan Gopal Singh is an Indian composer, singer, a lyricist. He's an actor, a screenwriter, a film theorist, editor, and all-around polyglot. He's a son of a well-known Punjabi poet, Harbhajan Singh. He's written and lectured extensively on cinema, art, and cultural history, besides performing the world over as a singer with his ensemble, Charyar. Very soon, or actually just recently, he's released a film called Song of the Scorpions with Irfan Khan, Wahida Rahman, Gulshifte Farghani, and Madan ji actually provided the lyrics and the music for this film. It debuted at the Locarno International Film Festival and was recently shown in London. Madan ji's composed and sung the poetry of Rumi, of Shah Hussain, Sultan Bahu, Bulleh Shah. He's translated contemporary poets such as Bertolt Brecht, Federico Garcia Lorca, and even John Lennon. He sung for films like Khayal Gata and Manikol's Idiot. And as a singer, he traveled with the legendary Kurdo-Persian singer Shahram Nazeri to ancient Sufi towns such as Isfahan, Hamadan, and Kermanshah. So now I would like to welcome Madan ji and Charyar to join us on stage.
Thank you for your very generous and kind words. As I said in the beginning, I'm a little nervous because unlike these three, I do not have training in music. So let me first introduce these three. To my extreme right is Ustad Amjad Khan Sahab. Amjad Khan Sahab belongs to the Delhi Gharana, which is amongst the oldest gharanas of tabla playing in Delhi, in the subcontinent. He has played with almost all the superstars today in classical as well as semi-classical music. And the very fact that he deigned to play with his so-called sort of, Kozai urban folk musician like me is indeed a matter of great honor. Here is Mr. Deepak Castellino, who started playing guitar at the... I understand that he held the guitar for the first time when he was 3 years old, and he gave his first professional concert at the age of 8. He's amongst the finest guitarists in India. He's a little older than I. He looks very young. He is absolutely in the... he's always at my back with all its, puns intended. He is the backbone, literally, of the group. To my left is the youngest member of the team, Pandit Pritam Ghoshal, who's amongst the ablest disciples of Ustad Amjad Ali Khan Sahab, the sarod, the finest sarod player in the world for a long, long time. I wonder if I should be mentioning this, but he's married into the family of the best-known Kathak Gharana of the subcontinent. He happens to be the son-in-law of Pandit Birju Maharaj. But his only qualification is that he doesn't know how to dance. But he is amazing. He's amazing. Okay, so apart from these three, there are three, four names that I like to invoke. I think my introduction to I grew up listening to Asa Singh Mastana on All India Radio. But there is one kind of heer that I got introduced to through my very dear friend, Sardar Hashmi, who was murdered in 1989 on the outskirts of Delhi while performing. He had given me a tape of Tufail Niazi Sahab, which was a longish rendition of Heer Ranjha, including Heer Waris, also oral traditions, various oral traditions of Heer Waris. Tufail Niazi Sahab remained a seminal influence on me, absolutely. So without remembering Tufail Niazi Sahab, I would be doing injustice. Of course, I'm doing an injustice to him by mentioning that he's an influence on me. But Tufail Niazi Sahab, yes. Unsung, but amazing, absolutely amazing. The other there were two Ghaznavis whose Heer rendition had phenomenal influence on me. One was Rafiq Ghaznavi, the other was Sharif Ghaznavi. I am greatly enamored of their Heer singing. Of course, there are others like Vinayat Bhatti and all. But for me, these are the influences. So what we're going to do today is to sing Heer Waris, sing other versions of Heer, and sing something which is very close, but not quite. So we begin with invocations, which I think are very close to Heer Ranjha, in a manner of speaking, from Hazrat Sultan Bahu, who's a 17th century Punjabi Sufi poet. So here we begin. There'll be a lot of instrumentation, as should be the case in Sufi music. whatever the heart desires doesn't always happen. And I'm past caring now. दोस्त न देवे दिलदार दारू इश्क नबा क्या बात है, वाह। इस मैदान मोहब्बतां वाले मिलण ताए तिर खेड़े जिन्ना रखिया कदम अगे रे faith and a step forward. That's the way to find the beloved. Each pore of my body resonates with the remembrance of the beloved. That's the only lesson I've learned. This is my totka. I have to begin all my performances with Hazrat Sultan Bahu, even if I'm singing of Heer Waris. But this had something to do with the whole idea of ishq and the whole idea of... one of the things that has always fascinated me is that we always invoke God in the beginning. This is a way of buying peace with God, and then you go on to something more substantial. So here is the invocation from the beginning of Heer Waris. You need? I mean, this is my transgressive reading of Sufi poetry. There are 3 rungs. That is me. So this is totally a bull in China's shop. God is at the lowest rung, and the rung above that is the idea of ishq. But there is a 3rd rung, which is the idea of bonding, in which you sort of caress that which you are unlikely to meet ever. It's like one whale in Indian Ocean communicating with another whale in Arctic or wherever ocean, through a distance of 10,000 kilometers without ever meeting. Bonding, the possibility of being a friend. Riff, Pandit Pritam Ghoshal, chords. क्या बात है? अव्वल हम्द खुदा दा begin by remembering God. Ishq kita su jagda mool miyan. O pehlo aap Allah ne ishq kita. माशूक है नबी रसूल मियां. Remember God because He conceived these multiverses in the idea of ishq. That by itself makes ishq something of a higher level. Ishq peer faqir da martaba This is the opening 6 lines in which the idea of ishq is installed. But there is underlying these 6 lines also is the idea of bonding. You moving from the God Almighty to Nabi Rasul to the Peer and Faqirs and then to the ordinary human beings and then the creative aspiration of the ordinary human beings. Now this opening is followed by a number of things. One of which is a sift, which I'd like to, not that I do it normally, but I'll have to also put on my glasses so that I don't make mistakes. This is the month of Muharram. हसन हुसैन दी शान अली अली शेर खुदा दे शेर दो में हजरत हसन हुसैन दी शान अली अली शेर खुदा दे शेर दोवें लगते जिगर रसूल बतूल जाए आशिक रब दे मर्द दलेर दोवें क्या बात है दो तरवान हबीब खुदा देने दो तरवान हबीब खुदा देने उच्ची जात दे वट बडेर दोवें रब पाक आयत कदसी लाल कीती होए शुक्र तो परे परेर दोवें जिन्ना कदे सवाल न रद्द कीता जिन्ना कदी सवाल न रद्द कीता विच राम मौला कई वेर दोवें मंजिल इश्क दी जिन्ना सबूत की दी मुड़े जरा नाही कदम फेर दोवें तेग इश्क दी नाल शहीद होए 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 कुठे जालिमां मोजियां घेर दोवें तेग इश्क दी नाल शहीद होए कुठे जालिमां मोजियां घेर दोवें गंज सागरी बातनी दौलतां दे विच होए मैदान दे ढेर दोवें हजरत हसन हुसैन दी जात अली अली शेर खुदा दे शेर दोवें हजरत हसन हुसैन दी जात अली अली शेर खुदा दे शेर दोवें Okay, you know, the reason why we sang this is that this part is very rarely sung. Some people say that this is interpolation, but we love it. About Heer's beauty. Now, there are two parts, one in which his body is described, and the other part in which Heer is almost like a, colonial agenda. So, there's something about Punjabi women which is, I hear the laughter of approval, which is good. Chaliye. Kahi Heer di kare tareef shair. How does the poet begin to even praise Heer? Mathe chamkda husn mahtab da ji. Matha is the crown, husn is beauty, and mahtab is the moon. Mathe chamkda husn mahtab da ji. Khooni chundiyan Raat jiun chand dwale. Murderous stresses, the dark murderous stresses, that is the night, around the moon. Rang surkh jiun rang shahabda ji. And the color red as the color of the star called Shahab. Some people say Sharab, but so this is up to you if you want to. Zahid bhai, I mean, it's up to you. मथे चमकदा हुस्न महताब दा जी खूनी चुंडियां रात जो चंद द्वाले सुर्ख ज्यों रंग शहाबदा दे Just look at this image. Unbelievable. ते सैयां नाल लटक दी आंब दिए पर झूलदा जिवें ओ ख्वाब दा सैयां नाल लटकदी आंदी है. She's walking in a procession. She's not walking. लटकदी आंदी है. She's hanging on to this. She's just as if walking on air. सैयां नाल लटकदी आंदी है. पर झूलदा जिवें ख्वाबदा जी. As if the wing of the falcon is going up and down in a slow motion. सैयां नाल लटकदी आंब दिए पर झूलदा जिवें ओ ख्वाबदा जी सी मिर्ग ममोलड़े दे गल्लां टकियां फुल गुलाब दा जी नैन नरगसी मिर्ग ममोलड़े दे. Eyes like the young deer, completely narcissistically self-obsessed. And then the colonial agenda. Te pamavang kaman Lahore disan ਸੁਰਮਾ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਤਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਬਰਿਆ ਤੇ ਛੜਿਆ ਹਿੰਦ ਤੇ ਕਟਕ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਜੀ ਸੁਰਮਾ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਧਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਬਰਿਆ ਏ The black coil has come to the margins like the dark clouds sort of, gathering. Chadya Hind te Katak Punjab da ji. It seems as if the Lashkar of Punjab has invaded the whole of India. So, Punjab has always been, a bit difficult with the rest of India. Okay. This man was a malingerer. He didn't do any work. This fellow called Ranjati Deoranja. He was always, as I said, parked in front of the mirror, looking at his own face as if the ultimate creation of God Almighty. And he was also pampered by his brothers and the brothers' wives. Though they had, I suspect, a kind of a latent erotic sort of, kind of feeling towards that very handsome boy. Oh, was he handsome? I think.
Before we talk about Ranja, you have his mobile number?
I do. We'll come to that. I'll have to speak to you separately about this. It's a very sensitive issue. Okay. So one day the father passes away. And the land is distributed. He's given the worst land because he's no idea. The land is full of heavy rocks and boulders, and he doesn't know how to till. He goes there, he tries, and he gives up. He comes home, and he is given half-cooked food by the sisters-in-law. In a huff, he decides to leave the house. Leaves the house, leaves his land, leaves the family. These are transgressions, so you cannot go back. He takes shelter in the mosque. And in the mosque, he doesn't know the etiquettes of mosque. He begins to play flute, which is his favorite instrument. And the entire peasantry is distracted, and they come to the mosque. Otherwise, they never go to the mosque. Maulvi gets to know that these people are there. And they come, and the Maulvi becomes very happy. He comes running to the mosque, and he finds that the mosque is full of people because of the flute. He gets into an angry angry dialogue with Ranja, and Ranja gives it back to him in full measure. And that cannot be spoken about here because it has, very strange references to all forms of sexuality. So, Ranja is accusing him, the Maulvi, of all kinds of things. So he's thrown out. He comes to the bank of the river Chenab. And he has to cross over. He goes to the boatman and he climbs onto the boat and he says, "Get off the boat because you've no money." That's the first time he realizes that the world doesn't move without money. He is distraught, sits there. And suddenly he's sort of, overcome with this sense of euphoric selfhood. And he thinks that he's Moses as he begins to walk through the river. But the river refuses to part. And he's about to be drowned. He's pulled out of this thing. And he sits on. Now he's completely annihilated and begins to play flute like a sulking child. Boatmen's 4 wives are attracted and they come running to Ranja and they sit around listening to the flute. The boatman feels insecure and he comes and he says, "Please come, I'll take you across." On the other side of the river, there is this beautiful boat which belongs to Heer and he doesn't know. And he's a completely spoiled child and he sullies the bed of Heer by climbing. He's all unkempt, and he sleeps there. Somebody goes running to the ghat where, that special part of the river where these 60 friends of Heer, the women friends or girls, are having a bath. And somebody goes and shouts, "Heer, this young boy has soiled your bed." He comes out of the river, clothes clinging all over, from Raja Ravi Verma painting. So it's clinging all over. And she walks with a whiplash. And now she's going to teach Ranja a lesson. And she ascends the boat. Ranja is already sleeping, dreaming of a beautiful girl. And she raises her hand to strike. And his eyes open. This is, what is it called in... Is it a Harmonitic code or a Proerotic code? I don't know which code this is. And he looks at this woman in the high angle shot. And he says, "Wow, Sajan." He's completely mesmerized, and she's frozen. Then he realizes that she was going to hit. So he becomes very angry, and this is what he says. Marmatiye roop Goman pariye. Oh girl, you are too full of yourself. You think you are the ultimate beauty? Atke liye chhail chhabi liye nee. Prancing around, too full of yourself, such a large ego. Aashik paur faqeer te naag kale. Baaj mantron mool na khiliye nee. Listen, oh girl, there are these 4 species: Ashik, Paur, Fakir, te naag kale. The Ashiks, the lovers, the die-hard lovers of certain kind. Paur are those bhavara, drones, what is this called? Those insects who are actually walking into the flame. Ashik, Paur, Fakir, and the Fakirs. And the cobras. You cannot control them with these whiplashes. What are you doing this, bringing this whiplash to me? You need a special mantra for that. She's fallen in love, and she says, "Tenu main jaan nahi dena, tenu to rakh liya." Kehanda, "Mainu kisi ne aaj tak jada hai, koi phad nahi sakya, tu hai kaun cheez?" Oh, kehanda, "Je tu jatt hai, to main bhi jatti hai." Allah phir. And just look at the blackmail, the Punjabi women. I mean, just look at it's beginning, sir, abhi. Tali will come later. So this is the blackmail. This is what she says. O mainu ranjan, sorry. O mainu babale di song. Ranjana be. I swear by my father, Mare ma jatud thi mukh mo moda. Kodi hoye ke nain प्राण जावण ओ तेरे बाज जकंत में होर लोड़ा It's a very patriarchic sort of, appeal. Menu Babale di so Ranjana ve, I swear by my father, may my mother die. I mean, what kind of a thing is this? You're swearing by your father and you're killing your mother? Mare maa je tud thi mukh moda, kodi hoy ke, may I be stricken with leprosy? Nain paran javan. First I lose my eyes and then I lose my body, my life. तेरे बाद जे कंत में होर लोड़ा. If I cherish another man. ते ख्वाजा खिज़र दे बैठ के कसम खादी. धीमा सूरज प्रीत दी रीत तो तोड़ा. तेरे बाज तू आम हराम मैनू. बाजना नैन जान अंग जोड़ा. Now the thing is, the whole of Heer Ranjha goes in this meter in this melody. So we can actually break it a little, so that you don't feel totally sort of, Toda hai kya? Okay. I have to seek their permission. कौन सा नंबर मत देखो.
और ही सेंड ऑफ और रांझा जोगीरा.
This is the one that this is a combination of Sharif Ghaznavi and Tufail Niazi Sahab. This is the introduction part. चलिए. ये कहाँ चले गए? पूछा नहीं? नहीं, एक मिनट. तुसा पाइयां दे नालों छोड़िया जे रांझा आखदा भाबियो वैरनो नी तुसा पाइयां दे नालों छोड़िया जे. खुश रूनू बहुत दिलगीर करके कंडा विच कलेजे दे पोड़िया जे. पाई सा जिगर ते जान को तुसा बखो ही बख खेड़िया जे. सकिया पाइयां दे नालों खेड़ के ते चिट्टा फुल गुलाब दा तोड़िया जे. बहुत लाडला सा मैं पिया वक्त मैनू मोया बाप मेरा So we have to cut it short because we don't have much time. How much time do we have? About 10 minutes more?
20 minutes.
The thing is that Heer Ranjha is something that has been written by a number of them, including some of them who are my favorites, like Babule Shah. आओ नी सैयो रल देव नी बधाई मैं बर पाया रंजन माही, which is about now Ranjha stepping into the courtyard of Heer's family. Now he's been inducted as the cowhand. Those of you who are familiar with the Shiv Parvati myth would know of Shiva entering the house of Parvati as a menial labor. Ajta Rose. We are trying it. This is unplanned completely. So, shall we try it again?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
It is this from here.
ਅੱਜ ਤਾਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਮੁਬਾਰਕ ਚੜਿਆ ਇਹ ਰਾਂਝਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੇੜੇ वड़िया ओ हथ कूंडी मोडे कंबल तरिया चाकां वाली शक्ल बनाई आवो नी सैयो If the first reference is to Shiv Parvati, the second is to Socrates. I'm sorry, these are unplanned forays, so, you know, we are singing this after I don't know how long. Okay, so where do we go now? You know what happened? This thing continued for about 12 years, and that's a long time. So there were all kinds of, in between, in one of the versions, he also killed one person. She was quite a Pelwan. She was possibly even taller than Ranja. I would like to believe that she was taller than Ranja. Then there is this thing about getting Heer married. So Heer comes to Ranja and says, okay, man, dude, this is what they're doing. So, so let's elope. He says, look, I'm not very athletic. And I enjoy this kind of life, you know, this lazy. We meet every day on the bank of this river. You bring fancy food, your sahelis are there, the cows are there, and I play flute. And then we go to our own sort of, you know, separate ways. The point I'm making is, and this is a very controversial point, Heer Ranja is not a love legend. It's about two persons chasing the idea of love almost separately. I mean, it might sound very sort of, you know, offensive, but this is what it is. So that is why it is not a tragedy. Okay, so there is a kind of, he questions the Qazi, which is very revolutionary. Now I'm not, because if I started singing that, the whole thing will go into that. She says, no, I don't accept your, this entire ritual of getting me married to someone that I don't know with this into the.
So you're saying this Heer Ranjha legend is not a love legend? Madanji?
Okay, so I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Like in all TV discussions, I'm coming to your question. I will never come to your question, you know that.
No, but there's a reason why I'm asking him that, because the immigration officer seemed to share the same opinion that he did. When I told him it's a love legend, he said, I never heard of that.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, Canadian immigration was amazing, They wanted to know everything about Heer Ranjha. And I mean, normal procedure, we would have been through in 1 minute. And he took about 15 minutes, Acha, wo batao, yo batao. I said, okay. This is, the Pakistani nostalgia sort of, raising its head. Okay, oh, Sardarji singing Heer Ranjha. Kya baat hai? Na kya mubaraka Maharaj. Okay, so she's married off. She's married off to this man who's really very sturdy, very tall, in a distant place called Rangpur. And now the Bharat is leaving. Bharat is leaving, and in the dowry they've given a huge amount of cattle. And they refuse to move because they are used to the flute of Ranjha. So the entire clan of, the Syals, they come running to Ranjha. The Izzat da sawal hai bhai. This is our, this thing, reputation is stake. You please see the cows through. So now the procession is going. This is the Palanquin, then the Bharat. There are these buffaloes and cows, and there is Ranjha. So you can imagine, in cinematic terms, a track shot. So they're all going, and this is happening. And then the night descends in a forest. So they set up their camp there. Men folk go out into the forest to hunt. Women sit in a huddle on a corner because they don't like Heer because she's too beautiful. But one thing I have tried to figure out as to how the Punjabi men hunt in the night. I mean, what do they see? They've gone out to hunt in the night. I mean, that is when Heer calls Ranjha to the, Palanquin. And they try to make love, but they don't. There is a whole amount of, there is a lot of sort of commotion inside that thing. But they're not able to do anything because they don't know anything. So they have been only talking about, this is erotica instead of, kind of abstract. So the women notice some commotion in that enclosure. They come running, what's going on, what's going on? And he says very symbolically that my necklace sort of, snapped, and he's trying to thread the beads. So, okay? So, Ranjha is immediately given marching orders, so he's deported back to India. So, okay. Now comes a crucial point. He reaches her Saurakar, and lo and behold, that huge Hulk Hogan drinks milk with haldi and all that. And he comes to sort of now to consummate his marriage, Suhagrat. And Heer is now determined to do something extraordinary. She's very good looking. She lifts a veil. The impact of too much beauty, excessive beauty at times, is immediate importance. You understand what I'm saying? See, now this is the Qissa Khari tradition, sir. This is not like Dastan Goi. What I'm doing now here is this is all. So, then...
You're looking at me.
Then she immediately sent an SMS to Ranja, who is sitting distraught outside the gate of the mosque because he can't go in. It's a very, very dark night. Moonless. And there is a perennial sort of, what is load shedding as in India. So there is no electricity. So Ranja receives the message. Now you come, I've done my work. This man has gone off to, non-performance. So you come. But come in a masquerade. He begins to walk. And this is how he walks. And this is my heer, my tribute to... So I'll sing about 4 or 5 lines from my heer. My tribute to Heer Waris. Ranja Raat Masjidon Turya Kali Raat Khawar vich rulya Turda jave Turda jave Raja turda jave Oh turda jave Sutte sutte pinda thane He walked like a flame through the darkness. Dur vagenda jana da pani jape gaya ju so tera Turda jave Raja turda jave Oh turda jave. To cut a long story short, Tar jog kar kala ves E Ranja turya Rangpur desh Raja jogida ban aaya He Raja jogida ban aaya He Raja jogida ban aaya He Raja jogida ban aaya Kan padwa ke mathe tilk lagaya He Raja jo out here in Punjab, we have two kinds of gardens. Ranja Jogida Banaya. Ranja has come disguised as a yogi. Kan padwa ke, getting his earlobes pierced. Pindit mathe tilak lagaya. Tilak now, you know, this transgression from Islam to Hinduism, this kind of thing. Ranjan Jogi Kale Bagi. The yogi sets up his camp in the Black Garden. There are two gardens, the Black Garden and the Green Garden. And this is absolutely Punjab specific. You will very rarely find these two gardens. The Black Garden is the garden of desire, and the Green Garden is the garden of productivity. You know, for instance, when our girls get married, what is the folk song that you hear when the henna ceremony happens? Neela de mae kaaliyan bagan di mehndi, Neela de mae kaaliyan bagan di mehndi, gali gali mein patar jugendi, gali gali mein patar jugendi, log kehde mastani Neela le mae kaaliyan bagan di mehndi. The desire to live by the desire is paramount. I mean, even when these are patriarchic sort of, you know, things happening. So I think finally we should sing two final pieces where we will make you cry. There's this, you know, there's this Doli Chardya Heer ne Mariya Chika. I'm telling you, Jatiyan Chika nahi martiyan kadi bhi. Punjab diyan kudiyan Chika nahi martiyan. Sorry, I don't believe that. मैंने कभी सुनी किसी पंजाब की लड़की को चीख मारते नहीं सुना. In fact, there is another myth कि वो चीखा कढ़ा देती हैं. चलो एक ही करते हैं. ये फोक उसमें से है. मायनी. See, ये किताब हम रखते हैं. This book we keep. But the first lesson that we were taught at our, you know, this is the Punjabi way. Never to look at the book when you're singing. If you forget the text, make it there on the spot. Not to look at the text. Text you have imbibed. Hafza, ये तो बहुत बड़ा lesson है. Hafza is the basic thing, you know. You have to internalize the text. Otherwise, don't sing it. ये चलिए. So there is a lot happening in between, and I can't go into all this. The last Heer Ranjha concert that we did went on for about 4 hours, where we covered everything. Finally, they have transgressed everything there is to transgress. Heer, after marriage, elopes with Ranjha, but they have nowhere to go to. They've renounced the family, they've renounced the land, they've renounced the mosque, they've renounced just about everything there is. So they've renounced religion. Where do they go? They come back to a lonely hut in the village of Heer. People notice that there are these two sitting there. The family of the Sials, they come and they say, but this is really not good. You get married the right way. Ranjha is sent back to his village, Takhtatara, and there is this simulation of marriage ceremony happening within the clans of the Sials. Heer is given poison in the milk. And she knows that she's going to die. So she comes to the mother, and this is what she says. In fact, the girl who did the Heer role in Khayal Gatha is sitting here. Raise your hand, please. She's the one, and this is the song that I had sung for her in the film. Jad ranjhan aave ta tu boohe tel chuavi. O mother, when Ranja comes, pour some mustard oil on the threshold. Maeni jad ranjhan aave ta tu boohe tel chuavi. करके शगन जवाइयां वाले नित चुम सिर गल नाल लां। मंदड़ा बोल न मुंहों आखी नी तू मथे वट ना पावी। परदेसी दी बां फड़ के मेरी कब्र ते आन बठावी। हीर मोई विच हिजर रांझण दे होया खैम इश्क दा डेरा हसदा चेहरा। मोई हीर विच हिजर रांझण दे होया खैम इश्क दा डेरा हसदा चेहरा। ते लोकां कमलियां केरा पाया केरा चार चफेरा पर गया बेड़ा। हीर उतारी विच कब्र दे उतों मिट्टी दा ढेरा विच हनेरा। आन फरिश्ते पुछण लगी ओ किते डिठड़ा रांझण मेरा मैं पावां सेरा। This is how she dies in our oral tradition. If we have a little time, then I think we have given you too much of slow music. We'd like to give you a little bit of the more peppier variety if you want. This is like mixing brandy with milk, but what to do? करें कि नहीं करें एक दो? Okay. I'm doing this because अमजद भाई ने इसमें बहुत कम किया है, तो अभी अमजद भाई का आप देखिएगा इसमें कमाल. He is just going to mesmerize you. This is a song about old people like me who grow so old that the lower part of the body goes off to sleep. Only the upper part of the body moves, which is a very dangerous thing.
Old people, for old people.
चलिए शुरू करिए. We used it in Bertolt Brecht's Caucasian Jock Circle. That was in 1976, when there was emergency imposed in India. Tall and stately the rosewood trees, through them meanders the river deep. Silently I sit by the river bank, washing clothes, come home somehow. Arise like the sun in the courtyard of my heart each morning. Arise like the moon on the rooftop each evening. Come home somehow. Come like a bird of prey, come in a swoop, pick me up from this river, I am the fish. Make my body into a boat, and astride my being, cross this river, come home somehow. That's Bertolt Brecht for you in Punjabi. Disappoint me. This is Punjabi folk. The one point that I want to make, this poem was, the adaptation of this poem was done by a young poet at that time, Amitoj, who unfortunately passed away about a decade and a half ago. And this was done at a time when there was imposition of emergency, and thereafter we did it in the 80s when, again, the conditions were not very, conditions were not exactly savory. That was the point that I want to make is that much of Punjabi love legends, many of Punjabi love legends, in fact, all of them are rooted in an ethic of separation. The unity is only a kind of what is it called? An illusion. And the entire creative device, the drive is rooted in this. Finally, just a short thing about, because we were talking about transgressions. So we'll do one Sufi song from the 16th century, which is very rarely done, by Shah Hussain, my favorite poet. But don't mention that we sang this song outside. It is about the desire of women. And they're complaining that when you created this world, you forgot all about us. And not that you can do anything about it, but we have a few desires and you must listen to that. And even if you don't listen to that, we are going to, talk about it. You will not be able to stop us. The desires, those of you who understand Punjabi would immediately know what the desires are. But those who don't, let me tell you. And I'm not talking about all the desires. The first desire is that they want an attic full of cannabis. The second desire is that they want red hot chilies and they want Safi to cleanse their system after consuming those chilies. Safi, not this Hamdard Safi. Safi used to exist in the 16th century. And they want measureless colors in their life. The third desire is they want poppies. And they want a vessel in which to make a paste out of the poppies. And they want another vessel full of sugar. And they want to experiment with all those things. Okay. So, and there is a fourth desire, which I'll speak about, but I'll not tell you about that right now. You decipher that desire. In between, God Almighty becomes very angry. And he says, which country have you come from, oh girl? Why are you, creating so much of noise? You are going to lose all your credit with me, and then you don't complain. Finally, she says, oh, okay, I have only one desire, and this is the desire. You will hear it, so I'm not revealing that. And then she says, okay, we have had enough of you. We are going to another door and just see what that door does. Okay, good. All right. So, will that be the final song, sir? Will this be the last song?
Yeah, good.
Shah Hussain.
जेती दुनिया तेरी राम जी मैं तायो मंगदी जेती जेती दुनिया तेरी राम जी मैं तायो मंगदी जेती जेती दुनिया तेरी राम जी मैं तायो मंगदी मंगदी मैं एको पंगदी मैं तायो मंगदी कोठी मंगदी मैं एको पंगदी मैं तायो मंगदी ओ मंगदी राम पोस्ट मंगदी मैं तां बाटी मंगदी पोस्ट मंगदी मैं तां बाटी मंगदी चाटी मंगदी मैं एक खंड दी मैं तां ओहो मंगदी चाटी मंगदी मैं एक खंड दी मैं तां ओहो मंगदी मैं तां ओहो मंगदी केड़े देसों तू आइयों नी कुड़िए तू केहा शोर मचायो क्यों अपना सूत दयाप बंझाया दोस्त जुलाहे नू लायो क्यों केड़े देसों तू आइयो दी कुड़ी and this is the last ज्ञान मंगदी मैं तां ज्ञान मंगदी मैं तां ज्ञान मंगदी मैं तां ज्ञान मंगदी ज्ञान मंगदी मैं तां ज्ञान मंगदी महिमा मंगदी मैं साधु संग दी मैं तां ओहो मंगदी रामायो मंगदी ओहो मंगदी रामायो मंगदी ओहो मंगदी रामायो मंगदी कां बोले कटुआ बोले काटो दा कर कीड़ा भाई कां बोले कटुआ बोले काटो दा कर कीड़ा अंबा वाली कोठड़ी अनारा वाला वेड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा दीवा बलदा पई दीवा बलदा दीवा बलदा पई दीवा बलदा ए दीवा बलदा पई दीवा बलदा राग तलंगा गाय मलंगा सुनने वाला केड़ा पई राग तलंगा गाय मलंगा सुनने वाला केड़ा कबीर दास दी कोठड़ी ते मालोई दा बेड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा दीवा बलदा ते शब्द जगदा दीवा बलदा ते शब्द जगदा दीवा जलदा ते शब्द जगदा दीवा बलदा ते शब्द जगदा इतड़िए त बितड़िए इतड़िए त बितड़िए जंजीरी तेरा नाम गुड़े इतड़िए त बितड़िए जंजीरी तेरा नाम गुड़े पहला लोधी कोठड़ी ते बेड़गी वाला बेड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा पहला लोधी कोठड़ी ते बेड़ी वाला बेड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा बाबे नानक दा कर कीड़ा रबाब बजदी सरोद बजदी रबाब बजदी सरोद बजदी ते बैंजो बजदी गिटार बजदी ते बैंजो बजदी ते तबला ਤਬਲਾ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤੇ ਤਬਲਾ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤੇ ਢੋਲ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤੇ ਢੋਲ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤੇ ਤਬਲਾ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤੇ ਢੋਲ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤੇ ਤਬਲਾ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਤਬਲਾ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਸਰੋਦ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਰਬਾਬ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਸਰੋਦ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਰਬਾਬ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਸਰੋਦ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਗਿਟਾਰ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਤੇ ਬਿੰਜੋ ਵੱਜਦੀ ਫਕੀਰ ਗਾਉਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਜਸ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ ਫਕੀਰ ਗਾਉਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਜਸ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you once again to Taha Prize, Indian Summer Festival, Hari Sharma Foundation, VIBC, Jay Bassi who put this night together, and of course Madanji. One more time, please. Thank you so much. All right, thank you for coming and have a great night.